Hello, 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 my friend. Welcome to our talk about Aries season. My name is, I'm just going to shut all these windows down, Danny C. Muniz, your spiritual designer. I'm excited to be here to talk all things Aries season because we have just entered Aries. So what does that mean? What does that mean for us? That means that our sun is currently transiting through the zodiac sign of Aries. So for this period of time, over the next 30 days or so, our sun will be representing, sharing with us, allowing us to explore the energy of Aries. So if you are an Aries sun, moon, or rising sign, pay special attention to this because this is your time. If you are like, Danny, I have no idea what that means, don't worry about it because we all of us have Aries within us in some way. And so we can look at your chart and figure out how this Aries season is specifically going to affect you. But for right now, let's just talk about Aries season. So grab your cup of coffee, your tea, your water, your shake, your whatever you're drinking this morning. Let's cheers to Aries season. Let's get going. I'm going to take a sip of mine. Why don't you join me? Okay, so before we begin, why does it even matter, Danny? Why should I be concerned about Aries? Why does this matter? Well, let me tell you, if you have been wanting to kickstart something off, if you're like, January came and went, we're already in April, and I still haven't got anything done. Stay tuned, because this energy is for you. If you're somebody who is like, needing to express yourself more or needing to push yourself out of your comfort zone because maybe you're like me, lovely Taurus, nice, friendly earth energy that likes to get stuck into things, this is your time. If you're somebody who is finding that you're being a little bit more triggered by things than normal, stay tuned for all of that loveliness. Also, if you've been feeling like something's weird going on, I don't know, people have just maybe even wanting to attack you, or you've been feeling attacked by people, stay tuned. This is why we talk about the season. This is why this is important, because all of this stuff is going on. A lot of people ask me like, well, how do you know this stuff? Like what, how do you know that the sun is doing this to us? Well, I want you to think about our moon for just a quick second. And you know how some days you may feel like, this doesn't feel good. Like you were great the day before, you were super productive, you were getting things done. And then the next day you're like, I don't want to get out of bed. I just want to sit here. Or you're finding that everybody's arguing with you. And you're like, why are people trying to argue with me? Like, what is going on? This is the phases of the moon. Or you're sleepy, right? Or right now, you've got a lot of energy because we're about to hit a full moon and you're not sleeping. I've been finding that I've been wanting to wake up like after six and a half hours of sleep. I'm like, okay, I'm good. This energy, right? Things are shifting for you. Let me know if you feel any of this, if this is something that you're feeling. The other thing I want to say is we are made up of what, 70% water, maybe more, right? And so you know how the moon affects our tides. Well, don't you think that affects us? So if the moon is doing this, what about our sun? Our sun is our core of our solar system, right? Let's go back to like astronomy. Wasn't a big astronomer, but I do remember the solar system. And I do remember that the sun is at the core. It is the core of everything that we do. And so when we look at the sun in astrology, this is the core of who we are. So our sun sign is so important. That's the sign that we all know about each other, right? So you're like, Danny, okay, cool. I'm starting to understand what you're saying. Cool. But I'm not an Aries. So why does this matter to me? Because this is a great question. We get to use this energy to our advantage. So let's talk about what Aries is all about and how you can use this energy. And we're going to talk about a couple of other things that are going on in our sky right now that are definitely something that we want to be aware of and things that we can look out for as it's coming to us. So this is how we stay in control of our lives, because we create our realities, right? We are the ones that create this world that we live in. And if you don't think that, stick around, because I guarantee you after a while, you're going to start to believe it because you're going to see it. So let's create our reality by using this energy to our advantage. Okay, so first thing first, Aries is the very first sign of the zodiac. Very first. It is the beginning. So if you have been like waiting for a new start, this is what Aries is here to do for us. It's here to give us a fresh start, to say, okay, maybe I didn't kick off that New Year's goal on January 1, but now I can, right? Spring is here, right? Our tropical friends started celebrating Aries a couple of weeks ago on March 20th, right? When our spring season began. For sidereal astrology, what I look at, we don't begin Aries until now. April 14th is when we kick off our Aries season, which is our new year, the beginning, right? This is when it starts for us. Now, if you want to know more about why I use sidereal or why it's different, keep following along. We'll talk about that in another video. But for the most part, Aries season is about new beginnings. It's also, as I said, the very first sign of the zodiac. It is the baby. It is like, I want you to think about a baby for just a second, whether you have kids or you have nieces and nephews like me, or you're just around kids, right? And you can see the babies when they're first starting, what do? Right? They just do. They don't think. They just do. They're exploring their environment, right? Putting their hands in their mouths. They're putting everything in their mouths, right? Their feet, bottles, right? Anything that you give them, they immediately put to their mouth, right? They hold it and they put it to their mouth. It's so interesting that it's immediate, it's impulsive. They immediately are trying to understand their world through their senses. And so with Aries, right, it's that energy of really just going, just doing, not thinking. I'm not saying that Aries don't think. That is not the case at all. What I'm saying is they have that energy of just doing it, right? They're like, I don't need any help. I'm just going for it. I'm just going to do it. I often say that they're the ones that are like at the party where they're just going to like run and jump into the pool, like sometimes not even taking their clothes off. They just want to go do it. And sometimes not even paying attention if there's even any water in the pool, right? They're just going to go, right? Which, wow. I don't know about you, but sometimes I could use that energy just a little bit more in my life, where I'm not hesitating, where I'm not stopping myself from doing something. A couple of weeks ago, I was at it was like a bar loungy type area. And we went to go see this live music band. My love and I love live music. It's one thing that we do all summer long and as often as we can in the off seasons, right? We love live music. And so we went to go see this band that a friend recommended, and it was an 80s cover band called the Spasmatics. If you're in Austin, check them out. And so this band was playing some really great 80s music, and I was enjoying it. In my head, though, being a Capricorn rising, a Taurus sun, I was like holding myself back. I wanted to just like let free and just dance it out. But in my head, I was like, people are watching you. Don't get too crazy. What are they going to think of you? And I had some friends with me that I hadn't been out dancing with before. And I was, what are they going to think of me? All this is running through my head, right? So I had to channel my Aries energy to be like, well, hold on. I want to enjoy myself. I just need that energy to just do it. So I called upon my Aries energy and was like, come on, let's do this. And I did. And I had fun. I let go. And I just enjoyed myself. And I didn't care. I didn't care what I looked like. I didn't care how I was moving. I didn't care what anybody thought. I didn't care if anybody was looking at me. I didn't care. Like, I let it all go. And I just had fun. I just did it. Aries is also the energy of being first. They're the first in the zodiac. So they want to do it first. They want to be the first ones to stake the claim. This is mine. This is what I did. This is who I am. They want to be the first to do it. How can you use this energy in your life? Are you getting stuck like I was or do? Are you somebody who's like, I'm gonna hit this thing first. I'm gonna do this first, whatever it might be. Maybe you have a mission to change the way people do things, right? And you need that energy. Aries is very competitive. How can we make it competitive? Now, when I say competitive, I don't necessarily mean that we're going to push the other one away or we're not caring about other people. Absolutely not. But it's using that competitive energy to get us going. How can you make it a game? We've seen gamification. So if you don't know, I was in corporate training before I started my own business. So being in corporate training, there's a lot of things that you learn. And one of the things that we would learn is in our class is when we would make it, we would put games in there, when we put challenges in there, whether they were fun, just kind of getting to know each other games, or whether they were about the content that we were teaching. When we had games involved, oh, the competition came out and you could see the people who were competitive would like, oh, okay, right? The friendly battles. And it would just raise that energy in our class. And it was so much fun, right? Every single time we would have people like, later on, when we would see them, because I did a lot of onboarding, like new people into the company, right? And so whenever I'd see them out and about, they would be like, oh man, remember when we won that game? Or, they would just remember those things. And so how can you bring that into your life? Whether it's, you and a friend like, hey, I want to start walking 10,000 steps a day. I have a friend, Jesse Mogo, shout out to Jesse, who challenged himself to walk 10,000 steps every single day. And I think he's probably way over a year now that he's been doing this. I don't know if he's still doing it. I haven't talked to him actually. I'd be curious. Jesse, if you're watching, let me know. But he set his challenge to do it. And he didn't challenge anybody else, but he challenged himself. But by him doing that, he inspired so many of us to do it, where I found myself, right? And so then I would hear him or I would see him post about his 10,000 steps. And so then I was like, okay, I'm going to try to I know I couldn't get 10,000 because I was barely at like maybe 1,000 a day, right? I wasn't walking at all, which many of us can relate to that these past couple of years, right? And I was like, okay, I'll get up to 2,000 or 2,500. And then I started to get to 5,000, right? I knew I couldn't get to 10 yet, but I was building myself up. Or maybe you need a partner. Maybe you need a friend, right? We're going to talk about this in a second, who can help you, who can be your partner to be like, okay, let's challenge each other to get 5,000. Let's hold each other accountable, right? Right now, I have my beautiful friend, Karen Sachs, who we are holding each other accountable for doing some posts on Facebook, right? If you've been following me here on Facebook, you're probably like, I don't see Danny very much over here. I'm super active over on Instagram. So if you're on Instagram, come on over. But I want it to be more active here, right? I want to hang out with you guys, right? And so one of the things we challenged each other, or I asked her if I could join her, right? I'm using this energy to help me. As I said, hey, can I do this with you? And she was like, yes, that would be fun. And we're like, okay. So, we're posting about similar things and looking at how each other is, posting about it. We have a quote that we put out on Wednesday, and both of us put what we thought about that quote. So if you saw my quote on Wednesday, go check out what Karen had to say on hers, right? Because we have different perspectives. And so that we thought that would be fun. But you see how I'm using this Aries energy to make it more competitive. Now, am I trying to outdo Karen? No, that's not the energy at all. When we think of competitiveness, check what we're thinking, right? Because I used to think that. I used to think like, oh, I gotta win this, and it doesn't matter. No, it doesn't. It could still be really fun and really friendly and really encouraging and really supportive. All right. So find somebody who, if that is what you need, who you can do that with. Who can you challenge yourself with this month? How can you challenge yourself? If you're somebody who's like, I don't really want to get anybody involved, Danny. Okay, cool. How can you challenge yourself, right? Like my friend Jesse, he challenged himself to 10,000 steps a day. Okay, so what else about this energy? How else can we use this energy? Well, here's the other really, really beautiful thing about Aries is when we look at our natal chart. So for those of you who have done natal charts with me, our first house is where Aries rules, okay? And Aries is that very first house of self. It rules the house of self. And you can see this, right? As I'm talking about Aries, some people might be like, I thought that was a Leo. No, Leo is something else. Just wait till we get to Leo season and you can explore Leo through a different lens because Leo is such a beautiful sign. They are not selfish. They are not all about themselves. There's some really beautiful things about Leo that we can learn from. So Aries, though, being the first house, we look at its opposite house, which is actually the house of Libra. Libra is the opposite of Aries. So when we look at Libra, Libra rules the house of partnership. This is our most intimate relationship, right? This is our partner. This is my love and I, right? It's also partnerships that we have. And that could be in business. And in some ways that could be our friendships, right? So if we think about it from this standpoint, Aries being the house of self and Libra being the house of partnership, what can Aries teach us about this? For one, if Libra is about partnering, Aries is about self. So if you're somebody, I'm gonna raise my hand on this one. Raise your hand if you're somebody who puts other people first. Raise your hand. Let me know in the comments. Is this you? This is me. I'm learning. I've learned, let's just say. I used to be a lot in that Libra energy where I was giving and giving and giving and giving and not taking care of myself and then getting frustrated, right? Like I was tired, I was drained, I was feeling unappreciated because I was just giving, giving, and giving. I was not taking care of me. So Aries, if you're somebody who raised your hand there for that Libra season of partnership, of giving, of, needing that other energy, Aries can help us be more independent. Aries can help us take care of us, take care of ourselves, put ourselves first, because although you may be in a relationship, maybe you have beautiful friendships, you cannot be your best for them until you are your best, because they're getting a not so healthy version of you. My love and I have a saying that I love me to love thee. I love me to love thee. And so sometimes I have to close my office door now and be like, baby, I love you, but I need to get some work done, right? Or he's like, I need to go take a walk because I need to get outside. And that's like, oh, he needs his alone time. He needs to go do his own thing, right? He takes care of himself so that he can be his best for me. Just as way I take care of myself so that I can be the best for him, for you, for my clients, for my friendships. So Aries can teach us so much. Do you already have some ideas on wow, Aries is pretty cool, right? So if you've done your natal chart with me, or if you've had your natal chart done, I'm going to invite you to go back and look where your Aries energy is on that chart. Which house on your natal chart does Aries live? Now, if you've done your natal chart with me, reach out to me and I'll let you know where that is if you can't figure it out. But just simply look at your chart and look for the symbol, right? Look for the symbol of Aries and see where that is on your natal chart. And that'll tell you over this Aries season, that area of your life is going to be highlighted. Now, for me, that is my third house of communication. My third house is ruled by this zodiac sign of Aries. So I already know that communication, that thinking is going to be top of mind for me over the next 30 days. So I can look at that and say, okay, how can I use that? Which I did. That's one of the reasons why I was like, hey, I knew that was something that was coming up. And so when Karen said that she was going to do these 3 posts a week on her Facebook page, I was like, let me join you. Let me join you. Right? Because what is this social media thing that we do? Right? What is this? This is communication. Right? So I'm using that. We can use this energy to our advantage. I'm also honing in my skills, getting better at being a communicator, being better at how I'm presenting myself, right? What can you use this energy for? So definitely go back to your natal chart and look at how that is playing out for you. All right, let's go ahead and move on to a couple other things I want to talk about during this season. So number one, what I want to recommend for you is to take some time. If you don't have your natal chart done, if you haven't had it done, you can definitely reach out to me. We can do that. We can set up a time to do that. If you are looking, if you're like, I don't really know what that is, or I'm not ready to do that, or whatever, that's fine. How can you use this energy? How can you use this energy of just taking action, this energy of new beginnings, this energy of taking care of you, of putting you first? How can you use this energy? What can you do during these next 30 days to have, as you have this energy behind you, pushing you, right? How can you be like, okay, Aries, let's go. What do you need to do? What do you need to get going? What do you need to start? What are you ready to say, I'm done with? I'm done. Take a couple of days, take some time. Don't wait too long. Take a little bit of time and say, how can I use this energy? All right. The other thing I want to talk about is some essential oils that you can use during this time. And one of them, this is my favorite essential oil for Aries. It is called Stronger. Stronger is a protective blend, and it's got a couple of really, really good things in here. Number one, Stronger has our cedarwood, our oil of cedarwood. So let me tell you really quick what Stronger is all about. So the reason why I'm looking at Stronger for Aries is because this imparts an emotional and physical strength. So emotional and physical strength. So if you're somebody who kind of needs to get the emotions in order, Aries, right? Because Aries can be very impulsive. I tell people all the time, be careful when you're buying under an Aries moon, because it can be an impulsive buy. I tell my entrepreneurs, open your cart on an Aries moon, right? Because people are impulsive, right? So we need to manage that energy, right? If you're not wanting to just like react, you're not wanting to just go at it, if you're not wanting to do those things, Stronger can help bring you back, can help balance you back, both emotionally and physically. Aries needs to move. So you may be feeling already like, my love's mom is here in town this week. And so she's out walking. She's like, she needed to get out, right? She needed to go for a walk. She needed to move the energy. So you might be feeling like you need to move that energy. So use a Stronger to help you as well, right? If you're somebody who's like, I need to start walking, I want to get outside again, or I want to exercise, or maybe it's like, you don't want to go outside, but you could put a YouTube video on, right? That's one thing I've been doing more, because when it gets hot, it's like, I don't want to go outside. So I'll pull in a YouTube video and do some walking, right? So this invigorates our body. This invigorates our physical strength. So for somebody who's looking to be more physically strong, both emotionally strong, this is definitely for you, whether you're Aries or not. But this is something that I encourage for any of my Aries sun, moon, or rising signs, because this can help balance that energy. Essential oils are really good at strengthening what we already naturally have and helping us bring in what we don't have, what we do need. And so Stronger can definitely help you do this. Boundaries. Maybe you're somebody who needs some boundaries. Maybe you're somebody who needs to put boundaries, needs to put some protection around you, because there is some pretty harsh energy. That's the flip side, right? And Aries is going to just say it. It's just going to come out, right? And so we need to protect ourselves. We need to make sure we're taking care of us, right? It's about us. Aries is very much about that. So we can use this to draw strength from and to protect us. Now, the other couple of things that I want to talk about is lemon eucalyptus. Lemongrass. So lemongrass. Lemongrass essential oil is a really beautiful cleansing oil. So right now, as we're beginning this Aries season, what are we doing? It's spring, right? So I see all these articles. I saw all these things about spring cleaning, right? And I'm like, oh yeah, let's clean, right? And so we need to clean our energy. We need to clean our space. We need to clean things up. And so we can use our lemongrass, right? Our lemongrass to do just that. We can use it to cleanse the energy, because before we do anything, what do we need to do, right? Spring is here. This is the beginning. We need to clean our spaces so that we can have some fun. Do you just put the perfume on? Are you one of those just put the cologne on and doesn't take the shower and just goes out, right? Don't get me wrong. I've done that as well. I don't take the shower. I just, put everything on, put extra stuff, right? And go out. But then there's by the end of the day, I'm like, I need to clean. I need to take a shower. This is too much, right? I can't live this way. I need to clean. I need to clean myself. That's what lemongrass can help you do. So use this lemongrass to clear, to clean, to clear everything out so that you can make a fresh new start, a fresh new beginning. Lemongrass is also very invigorating to the senses. So it really cheers things up. I don't know if you've ever used it or if you've ever had Thai food. Thai food uses a lot of lemongrass. The beautiful thing about doTERRA's essential oils is you can actually take them internally. So you can use lemongrass in your food. If you're not wanting to use it on your space, you can use it in your food to help cleanse as well. So really, really beautiful way. You can dilute it with some fractionated coconut oil and just rub it on your skin. You can diffuse it in your diffuser. So there's many, many ways that you can do this. So lemongrass. All right, the other thing I want to talk about with Aries season. So we talked a lot about Aries and what's going on with Aries, but I want to switch it for just a second, because you might have heard that right now, our beautiful planet of Jupiter, which is our planet of growth and expansion, is what's called conjunct Neptune, which is our spiritual planet, which is our dreamy planet, right? Which is our planet of things that are hidden, the things that we cannot see. And so this planet of expansion with this planet of spirituality and things we cannot see are together. A conjunction means they are hanging out together. They are right next to each other in our sky. They have come together. And in sidereal astrology, they have actually come together in Aquarius, right? So our tropical friends are showing that it's in Pisces. In sidereal, we are showing that is Aquarius. So they're about to move into Pisces because they're actually at the very, very end of Aquarius. So they'll be moving into Pisces within the next couple of days, actually. But for right now, they are in that energy of Aquarius. So them together, what does this mean? I want you to take those two keywords that I said, growth and expansion of Jupiter, because wherever Jupiter's at, it's going to grow and expand it. And it's been hanging out in Aquarius, which is very independent energy, very freedom, humanitarian energy, very much looking out for the greater good energy. That is what Aquarius, that's what Jupiter has been doing over the past couple of years, right? Neptune has been there. And haven't we seen kind of like this? It feels like this awakening, that people are just awakening into spiritual ideas, into spiritual topics. We're seeing things becoming more mainstream. Like, I don't know about you, but sage really wasn't a thing a couple years ago. It wasn't big. A lot of people weren't talking about it. Now I see memes that are like sage this, or I see these big sage sticks that was like, this needs a lot of sage, right? There's sage is like everybody knows what sage is. Everybody knows, right? That wasn't like that a couple of years ago. There's been this movement, this shift that Jupiter has allowed us to have, right? Neptune has allowed us to have, because they've both been in there for a while. So this energy right now during this Aries season, how can we use this? How can you grow in your spiritual practices, whether you're religious or spiritual or a combination of both? How can you use this energy? How can you use it to enhance your practices, your connection, your prayers, your meditation? If you're somebody who's into crystals, right? How can we use our crystal babies, right? You see me, I've got crystals all around me, right? There's some here in my space. How can you use your spiritual tools, right? How can you strengthen them? This is one of the things that I've been telling. I told all my healers, coaches, friends, like, ladies, gentlemen, April is coming. And April is going to be this time. Maybe you're somebody who needs the support of a healer, right? Maybe you're somebody who needs the support of a coach, an energy practitioner, any of the things, right? How, right? You're looking for them just as much as they're looking for you, right? These things are coming up. These things are coming out. And when we move into Pisces, it's just going to expand even more. I feel there's going to be such a big shift in the next couple of years that's completely going to change how we've done things in the past. That's the energy that we're in right now, which I'm really happy about, right? Change is great, says the Taurus sun. All right, so we've got that coming in. So what can we use essential oil wise for our Neptune and Jupiter conjunction right now in Aquarius, which is about the community, which is about friends, humanitarian, the good of all, as it's moving, as it's coming together, and then as they leave each other, because Jupiter moves way faster than Neptune, so it's going to move out and move into Pisces soon. So this is going to shift, right? So this is all happening during Aries season. So how can we use this energy? Well, one of my favorites for this is going to be Roman chamomile. Roman chamomile is our oil of spiritual purpose, our oil of spiritual purpose. Now, I don't know about you, but I hear a lot from people is like, I just want to know what my purpose is. I just want to know what my purpose is. What's my purpose in life, right? This oil can help you with this. And this oil can help you during this time as we are coming in to this Jupiter and Neptune. So Roman chamomile will assist you in shedding the meaningless activities that no longer serve you. You know, that mundane 3D stuff that we have to do. There's some things that we do have to do, but there's some things that we're doing that we don't need to be doing, that are actually pulling us away from our connection to God, spirit, the universe, the divine, whatever it is that you believe, right? There are actually activities that we are doing that are not helping us and not serving us. And so this oil can help us shed those activities, say goodbye to them, so that we can fully make the connection and have that enlightenment, have that growth, understand our purpose. Because let me tell you, my friend, something I have learned is that messages are always coming. We are always receiving our answers to everything that we desire, but we get a little stubborn and we ignore them. And so Roman chamomile can help us shed that out so that we can receive and be a channel and be open to receive what it is that we need to receive. Okay, so last thing I want to talk about for this Aries season is that we have our full moon coming up on the 16th. April 16th is our full moon in Libra. Because remember, a full moon is when the sun and the moon are opposite in the sky. And remember earlier, I said Aries and Libra are opposite each other. So anytime our sun, wherever our sun is, the moon is going to be in the opposite sign. So a little information for you now. If you know our sun is in Aries, then our moon will be in Libra. So with it being in Libra, that means that this is about the me and the we. How are we doing our me versus we? Am I putting myself first and not thinking of other people? Am I, too extreme in that, right? Where I'm ignoring other people, where I'm not cultivating my relationships? Or am I the opposite of that, where I'm putting everybody before me and I'm not taking care of me? Am I relying on other people, or am I learning to stand on my own 2 feet? This is what this full moon that we have coming up is all about. The me versus we. So I want you to think about that as well. How are you using this energy? How are you using the me and we? Is it all about you and you're not thinking about other people? Or are you thinking about too much about other people and you're not thinking about yourself? Are you cultivating the relationship with others too much and not the relationship with yourself? Or are you cultivating the relationship with yourself and ignoring the support that you have around you? Because sometimes we can do that, right? I for sure was somebody who did not ask for support, did not ask for help. Something I still struggle with to this day. I don't ask for help. I could do it on my own. I got this. I'm fine. I'm strong. Got my stronger, right? I don't need support, but I do. I've learned that things can be so much greater when I just call people in for help. I can't figure it out on my own. There are times where I need to call in other people to support me, right? And so this full moon is asking us to look at that. So for the full moon, I am actually going to invite in lemon eucalyptus. Lemon eucalyptus is another lemon, like very similar to the lemongrass, but here we're mixing lemon essential oil and eucalyptus. And with lemon eucalyptus, this is the oil of protected space. So this is setting up the boundaries that we need to not only protect ourselves, but protect others. So with this Libra Aries energy, if you are somebody who has been clinging too much to the we, and you really need to kind of detach from that, or maybe you're too concerned of what social media is telling you, and you're not trusting your own instincts, your own thoughts, your own belief systems, lemon eucalyptus can help you. It can also help during this time of Aries where the energy can get a little intense. I'm not going to say that it's just all great, because it's not. Again, it's perspective. Nothing is good or evil. Nothing is good or bad. It is just what we perceive it and make it to be. So this energy could be intense for some of us. It could be a little like, why are people being so harsh, right? Maybe we need to set up some protective space. Maybe we need to call in our lemon eucalyptus, right? I've been diffusing lemon eucalyptus in our entire house since Aries started, which was yesterday. Actually, I did it the day before. First, I used the lemongrass to clean the space, and now I'm using lemon eucalyptus to keep the space protected from ourselves as well as others, okay? All right, so if you're interested in getting any of these oils, guess what I have done? I have put together an Aries kit for you. Yay! I know, shout, right? Aries kit is going to have all the ones that I talked about today that can help you go through this energy, right? There's going to be some more that I'll recommend throughout the season, but those ones that I recommended right now, hands down, are the ones that you need. And so I put together a kit. There's a link in the description box or in the comments, wherever you get those things here, that has it. It's thepeaceteacher.com /Aries-kit. You can take a look there. It has all the oils. And when you do it, you actually will get a free membership into doTERRA for a year, where you can get wholesale pricing, which is 25% off. I don't know about you, but Costco doesn't give me that. Sam's Club doesn't give me 25% off of the retail value, because I've looked and they don't. They do give me some good discounts, but not as great as 25% off. So as a wholesale member, you will get 25% off any purchase that you make. And I'm not going to even talk about it now, but there is like a rewards program that they have that is beyond anything I've seen, where you can get up to 30% back on what you are buying to buy more stuff. I'm sorry, who does that? Anyway, okay. So if you're interested in getting into these oils, getting started in your journey and learning about this, I have a lot of stuff coming up about how to use the essential oils with the energy that we have going on. So definitely get that kit, and you're going to get access to my membership group, Align to Amplify. When you purchase a kit from me over Aries season and Taurus season, Aries, Taurus, Aries and Taurus, it's only Aries and Taurus, you will actually get free membership into my Align to Amplify community, which is going to get you access to me, access to all the classes that I put on just by joining with this Aries kit. So check out the Aries kit. I look forward to sharing more about oils with you and how to use them with our astrological energy. This is just something that I'm super excited about, and I can't wait for you to join me. Click the link in the bio, get started. If you have any questions, reach out, let me know. I am here, my friend. I am here to help you through this season, whether you want to include the oils or not. I'm just telling you, they'll make things so much easier. But if you're not interested in that, no worries. I'm still here to help you with all things astrology, astrological, all this energy that is going on. All right, so to wrap up today, my friend, Aries is a beautiful time of new beginnings, a reminder for ourselves to take care of us, a reminder that we can go after and do whatever it is that we desire. Use this season to get yourself in action. Use this season to take inspired action towards what it is that you most desire in this life. My friend, as always, remember, close your eyes and take a deep breath. And find peace.